Oregon is 48-1 at home since 2018.
And that loss was a 4-point loss with Bo Nix getting hurt to a pretty good Washington team with Penix still.
Yeah.
So that was a good game. That was a pretty good game.
It was a good game, really good.
To the national runner-up that year.
No, that was the year before, wasn't it? That was the year before.
Was it?
Yeah, that was Lanning's first year. Second year was when we lost at Washington and then lost in the Pac-12 title game.
Okay.
Come on, Spaz, get your years straight, old man.
Yeah, I'm not correcting. I'm not the Oregon guy here, so Ben knows.
I have to school Spaz once in a while, but yeah, that was still it was a heartbreaker of a game because Washington. We have a certain thing I need to remember. Spaz, don't worry, I didn't forgotten at the end of the show. I haven't forgotten. Yeah, I think that's the whole point, Spazzo. We have the home record on the line, Big Ten conference win record, shooing for probably the Big Ten title game because this is the hardest game at this point. Now left for us,
and this is probably Indiana's toughest game left. I mean, I thought Oregon and Penn State would both be equally hard until Penn State just has completely fallen off. Now, that's not to say again that Indiana can't lose to Penn State. I mean, Penn State could maybe get it together. Again, that's why I'm saying even if IU wins, they could still lose to Penn State, but they would still make the Big Ten title game in that scenario. You know,
and the playoffs are feeling good. You know, like you're feeling good about the season at least. You know, like that's the point. It's like, all right, if Oregon gets through this, Oregon feels like, oh shit, could we go 13-0 twice and win the Big Ten 2 years?
And which would be massively impressive. I mean, last season's team should not just be thrown away. I mean, it was a great team. Yeah, you know, the performance in the playoffs was awful, and Ohio State was incredible in the entire playoffs.
Thanks, fucking seeding bullshit. At least they fixed it this year, but
yeah,
thanks for last year.
The seeding sucked. The seeding was terrible. I mean, Indiana got stuck playing Notre Dame on the road, which, I mean, let's be honest, was not an easy game. Notre Dame was very good last year. I know Indiana didn't play well, and that made people be like, well, IU sucks. But still, it's like at least they were better than SMU at Penn State. SMU got floored, like completely floored.
Jennings was seeing ghosts the entire game. He was throwing to Penn State like, hey, oh, shit, it's the wrong guy. Again.
Yeah. SMU was disastrous, and they have not followed up their season last year with a good season this year. They've been pretty rough so far. So at least Indiana's followed up last year with another good season, at least.
Well, we have I guess the final question outside of the final, very short segment because it's a tradition. I know who I and Spaz. I don't know why I said who I and Spaz would, but I don't. There's a third person here somewhere. Spaz is like dying over here. Look at him. He's licking his lips. He's like, I'm parched. I think, why is this not scrolling across the bottom? I hate when this does that to me. Scroll past the bottom, and everything else was working perfectly. So who in this situation, chat 2 can get involved, please, by all means, as well in the next section. Who do you trust more, Lanning or Cignetti? Because right now, all Cignetti does is, as he said, Google it, I win, and he's not wrong. He's not wrong on that at all. Cignetti's a great coach. Like, if we had Mario Cristobal right now, I would still be like, dude, go get Cignetti. I want Cignetti. Like, I want that guy. He's
Everybody
awesome.
wants Cignetti, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, I'm like, I would take him in a heartbeat. Obviously, we're biased. We'll take Lanning. We'll keep him. And everyone go fuck off, back off.
Lanning to Florida, that's not an upgrade.
Like, no, that's Jed Fish.
Yeah, there's still people saying that, though. It's still some people saying
until Napier keeps winning these fucking games that he's not supposed to win.
Go
and
Billy.
Saves his job. Every year he's doing this dumb shit, and Florida keeps falling for it.
He's even more incredible than Clay Helton. It's crazy.
Yeah, he is. He is amazing, actually. I mean, keep him Florida. No, lay your hands off Lanning. But Cignetti wins. And this week, what has Cignetti done? not giving Dan Lanning any fire to play with motivational wise. He's like, they're a good team. Lanning's like a phenomenal coach that's come out in the last couple of years. He's amazing. I'm like, oh, smart man, Cignetti. Smart man.
Only
Not giving any
Mendoza
fire.
has given. Only Mendoza has given some food.
Oh, I haven't heard this. Was Mendoza talking shit?
It's not that bad. But go ahead, Spaz. You can elaborate since you brought it up.
Basically, today he had stated, "I've played there before. It's not that loud. It shouldn't be a problem."
Man, your quarterback just fucked you all.
Hey, it's not me. I wouldn't have said
you.
that. I wouldn't have said that. But.
He shouldn't have. Cignetti was saying everything right. He was like, it's a great place, great atmosphere, great team,
Cignetti
great
is
coach.
a smart man. People think he's a moron, but he is a smart man. I mean, like one of the most goated lines that he said beside the "I wouldn't Google me" and Purdue sucks, so does Michigan, Ohio State, and all the other legendary things that he has said was literally he said, "Oh yeah, we beat Illinois. Now we've got a tougher game coming up." It's like that's just incredible. Like the way he said it though to the media was just great. They were like, "Oh, you beat Illinois, a top 25, top 10 team. Oh my gosh, what are your thoughts?" He's like, "Yeah, it was a good win, but we got a tougher game coming up." Illinois fans were so mad. I'm like, you don't understand how genius that was though. Like the way he said it, how he said it, like, come on. He knows what he's doing. He knows not to say anything. I mean, Mendoza should have said that probably, but I mean, he's played Oregon before.
Don't give fire though to any of this staff or Lanning. Do not do it. He will take the tiniest things and turn into a firestorm. Look at Oklahoma State.
Have you seen like Mendoza talk though after games? He's like a motivational speaker. People are saying like he's like number one in all of his speaking classes or whatever.
Well, there's his future career after this Oregon game.
He's like a leader when it comes to the vocals, man. Maybe not what he says, but how, like the vibe he gives off, like his tone. He just sounds like a leader when he's talking. It's funny. It really is. But yeah, he shouldn't have said that. I wish he hadn't said that. But overall, Cignetti has kept it under wraps. He knows how good this team is. And he's not – I mean, he might say something bizarre and insane if they win. But, as long as if they lose, he'll be like, hey, we played an incredible team. And, yeah.
If you win, you are more than able to say whatever you want. If you win, by all means, go for it. I mean, but yeah, he's kept it chill this week. And I'm like, that's a smart man, because Dan Lanning will find anything, and turn it into they play for clicks. We're playing for wins. Like Dante Moore. Don't insult Phil Knight. How fucking dare you insult Phil Knight? For Gundy, like.
Now, who do you trust more, though? I mean, honestly, as great as Cignetti is in his career, the underdog story of, being assisted under Saban and then going to, all these little schools and having success, James Madison, now IU, and he's 64 years old and he's finally having this success. Most guys do not rise up to superstardom in the coaching world at that old of an age. It just typically does not occur. Like you got Lanning, a young guy, all these young coaches that are incredible. Cignetti's old. Like he's old for what he is. He doesn't act old or look old or whatever. But it's like he's 64 years old and he's just now reached the stratosphere of coaching in college sports right now. It's honestly insane. So you want to go with Cignetti, but you can't though really because of the fact that it's like all those games he's coached against those small schools, you really can't judge. He sports incredible. But they're little schools, they're little games. He took underdog programs. Like the one school he was at was like and whatever for years. Like I think he coached Elon or whatever crap, and he coached I think he coached that St. Francis team before that. But it's like he or Indiana University P. That's it. That's that one. He coached that one, so it was destined he was going to be at IU. He's already at IU, but the wrong one. But the thing is, like, he coached these little schools, and these schools were bad before he got there, and then he flipped them like that. So he's done this before, but at a really small scale, and he's won big games as an underdog before. But this is a completely different situation, though. Like, you're talking about the number 3 team in the country that might be the best team or the second best team in college football with tons of talent in their atmosphere. And we saw Indiana last year in their 2 biggest games against Ohio State and Notre Dame, and they didn't get it done. So and they weren't really competitive, honestly. So you got to go with Lanning in this game. You got to trust Lanning more in this game because he's won big games before at home. He beat Ohio State last year at home. I think that you can argue that Cignetti, for what he's had and what he's worked with in his incredible rise, him and Lanning are equally great coaches in different ways and in what they've been given. But in a game like this, I would trust Lanning more because he's already been in this environment of winning big games, especially at home in the past. Cignetti's never beaten a top 5 opponent on the road ever. He's beaten little schools on the road as massive underdogs, but that's not the same thing. It is, I guess, but it's not.